Hi, Bill here, and today I'll be reviewing Matrix Workshop M-23B, which is a upgrade kit for Seige stroke Earthrise Astrotrain. So that's what it is. I'll get it out of the box. Oh, before I do, it's from that eBay seller there, so LLT store. So thank you very much for sending that through after I bought it from you. So go and check his stuff out on his eBay page and see what else if you're interested in this piece or anything else. Go and check his eBay page out. Okay, right, we'll go on with this one. Box it, there it is there. Matrix Workshop, that's what it's called. And there's a piece there, you just take it out, get rid of the box, little baggie, take the piece out there. It's just to fill in the space shuttle back section, because we know what it's like. So let's bring in Astrotrain. There's Astrotrain there. There it is, and there's a piece there. Now it doesn't, the colours don't quite match. You can, I don't know if this camera's picking it up or not. The colours don't quite match. That's a darker grey compared to this. And all you do, it's supposed to, that's supposed to fit in there, and these are supposed to grip these thin bits here. They don't do a very good job. This is why I can't really recommend this piece. It's, of course, it's painted up there to represent as a handheld weapon. You can use it as well in robot mode. But basically you have this bit forward with the tail section. You normally push that back, you keep that forward, and you just slip that on there. It's supposed to grip that, but it doesn't do a very good job of it. Actually just falls out, so you might need to thicken that bit up there, that peg. I don't know why this doesn't focus out, with some floor polish, and maybe it'll thicken it up and fit in there, and it might grip it better. But these grips don't seem to work on them. Don't ask me why. I pushed it in hard as I can and it just will not grip it. I mean, if you keep it flat like this, it works. That's what you end up with. But it's going to shake about like this loose. There's no way to get this damn thing to stay in there any securely. You might have to thicken up that peg with some floor polish. But that's what it looks like when it's in, if it doesn't keep getting out of focus. And you can see there's a difference in coloration. I don't know how well the camera's picking up a different coloration on it, but that's definitely a different colour to the rest of it. But it is what it is, I guess. But it does look cool. It does fill that in, and it comes with two peg holes as well to fit the weapons on. You get two extra ones. I could apply the weapons, but again, because it's loose, you're not going to get it sitting in there very well. It's just going to be loose on there. But you can fit the weapons on there, and there you go. It's a pity it doesn't work. These are just slightly out of alignment. If they were in line, it would lock that front bit in, because you could push it in the back and it would lock that bit on. You would have to have the weapons on there all the time, but it's just slightly out of alignment. You can see that it doesn't quite line up. Just if that was a bit further over, that might line up better, and it could have locked that piece in when you push them in there. But they don't match up. The only way to do it, and it's still not the best way, is to push the weapons in and push it against that. Again, it's not very secure. We'll try and get the other one on for you. Push it in the original hole and try and squeeze it tight. It might kind of, it does kind of hold that in there. It does kind of hold that in there, but it's not very, it does kind of hold it in there just to squeeze it against it, but it's not in there tight. But you'd have to thicken that up with floor polish. So even though I can't really recommend it because it's not gripping on the way it should grip on, if it's one, if you wanted this piece from Matrix Workshop, then it's up to you, but yours might work better than mine. But I think you've got to thicken that peg up with a bit of floor polish to get it to stay in there better, or just squeeze the guns against it, and it does stay. I'm shaking it about a wee bit and it does stay, but it's not perfect. If only these holes were just a little bit, if that was just a little bit forward, you could have secured it with the guns, because one's got 2 pegs on it and it would have secured it better. But anyway, it is what it is. That's why I can't really recommend it unless you've got floor polish on. You can thicken that post up, it's inside of it, or peg, and it might hold it on better. But if it's up to you if you want it or not. It does fill it in, but there is a difference in coloration. But it does fill it in better than having an ugly open part that it's a pity DNA design, is it DNA Design or whoever it is that does the third party stuff, that does the upgrade stuff, they couldn't have come up with something. It might have connected better, but unfortunately this one doesn't quite hold unless you squeeze the guns to hold it there together, or if that was a bit further forward you could have pegged it in a different way and it would have held. But it is what it is. I'm starting repeating myself now, so I'll take that off. I'll take the guns out and I'll change it into steam train mode to see if there's any way you can utilise this piece in steam train mode. So give me a minute. Yeah, here it is in train mode. There's no way, because the peg hole is too sunken in. If it was sticking out more, you could maybe peg it on, but you can peg these on. There's just no way to secure it out on there, unfortunately. I don't know, is that one? No, there's just no way, and there's nothing there to secure it, so it's no use in train mode. I thought there might, unless it pegs into the chimney. Unless it actually pegs into the chimney. I don't think it does. I think the peg's too big. I don't want to force it in case it breaks it. I thought the chimney might have been big enough to fit the... Nah, I thought the chimney might have been the only part that you can get the peg onto there, but it doesn't work either. So there's no way to fit this on because it's just too sunken in. Okay, I'll go to robot mode now. Give me a sec. And here it is in robot mode, and I'll just plug it into there. It just plugs into the fist. So at least this is one part that does actually work. There it is there, and you can use it like a weapon. Just swing that down either way, I guess to the outside really, and you can use that like a weapon because it's all painted up to look like some sort of weapon. Missile launcher or something. So that's it. So basically it doesn't stay in there unless you push the weapons against it, like you saw. I turned it upside down, shake it a little. They can, if you squeeze them tight enough, they can hold against it and hopefully secure it in place, but it doesn't hold in there on its own, at least with my copy. So I can't really recommend it that much, but it does fill in that back part nicely with the space shuttle, even though the colour's slightly off from the rest of the colour of the figure. It's slightly off. I don't know how well it picked up on the camera. So that has been Matrix Workshop M-23B upgrade kit for Seige Earthrise Astrotrain. Okay, so hopefully the next upgrade kit, which is coming from I think that is it DNA Design or whatever you called it, that lot. Is for another Transformer figure. It's going to work a lot better than this does. So hopefully that'll be much better. But unless you can thicken that up with floor polish, that peg, or yours works better than mine if you happen to have it, or there's some other way to get it to hold in there. Maybe if you have some other guns that peg into that from other Transformers and peg into the back bit that are the right width apart, it would secure it better. In shuttle mode, you would have to go through a whole load of different guns that you have in your collection for your figures, and maybe you've got one with 2 pegs on it, just the right width apart that can fit in both of them. It wouldn't be the standard Astrotrain guns, but it would be something that could hold that in place. So you might have something like that in your collection. I don't, well, I haven't checked, but I don't think I have anything like that. But I certainly don't have anything to hand that could show that off if I do. But something like that could hold that in place better. But that's me. I know I rambled on for quite a bit about that. I'm just disappointed. I'm not really disappointed with a different coloration. I'm disappointed it can't hold in better when it's in space shuttle mode, but it is what it is, I guess. So that's why I can't really recommend it that much. But if you were to get it. But I don't know if DNA. I don't know if it's DNA Design. It's DNA something. I know that. If they are going to bring out something to fill that in better, and it'll be more secure. I don't know if they eventually will. They haven't already. They haven't yet. But that's me. Okay, so that's me ending the video now. There will be others coming. I've got a couple of other items, and I don't know about the future. We'll just have to keep watching. eBay, as you know, with the copper thing, doesn't now notify you of new videos. You've got to just manually check, and of course, because of the whole copper thing, you can't comment in the videos now. I mean, I think you probably noticed that for a while now. So you'll just have to manually check when they're up, okay? Or any ones beyond the next 2 of items that I've ordered that I'm getting. So you'll just have to keep checking. Okay, that's definitely me. Thank you. Thanks for now. Bye.